Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning on this Thursday, the 28th day of December. Yes, the year is slipping away from us here right now, but thank you for enjoying the morning with us. I'm Roger B., and say hi to, yes, our main man, Rob Atkinson.
Hello, good morning, good morning.
Good to see you again, sir. I missed you yesterday, flying through the blue skies and looking at the beautiful sunrise.
We stayed on the air yesterday.
Did you stay all 2 hours?
All 2 hours.
Hey!
As I kicked off the show yesterday, I said, thank you, engineers. They get no love, but we're going to show them a lot of love here on the morning show. So
Once they went down there to Dollar General, got another bag of rubber bands.
well, we had to hire a new hamster.
You know they don't live that long.
Don't live that long. Got to keep the wheel turning.
I'm telling you. Yeah, we've had a technical week. I guess because we thought it was fixed when we left on Tuesday, but I guess it really wasn't totally fixed. Was it?
Yeah. They worked pretty much all day to get things patched up, and so far so good. But appreciate their hard work and efforts. They do a lot behind the scenes.
Thank you, engineers. We really appreciate you.
Yep.
Now,
thank you. Don't pay the bills.
That's right.
No, they don't, but we're at least going to do that.
Now, if you can fix this center mic that's been broken for years.
Oh, no.
I mean, just saying, come on now.
They're not going to do that because they love the entertainment of whenever we have to go.
Having something to think about.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about the one that has the broken.
This one, right? Oh, that one. Okay.
Bushing there, and it kind of just hangs there. Anyway, we don't have to tell our folks all our dirty laundry here. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that makes it fun.
I know. Dirty laundry.
Yeah.
But no, glad we're on the air. Of course, coming to you in all kind of different forms and fashions. You announced to me that now we are being broadcast by way of our new WALT mobile app.
That's right. You can now download the brand new WALT 102.1 app in the App Store or Google Play. Just search WALT 102.1. And as I said yesterday, tap the ALT app.
Tap the app.
Tap the app.
Oh, so you were bringing that up yesterday. That's
good.
Yeah,
absolutely. So that's
rolled it out. We've rolled it out.
Yeah, whenever you open the app, you can listen to the show live. Of course, the audio version just right here at the very bottom of the screen. I'm holding it up to the camera right now. That's when you open up the app. Just punch that little play button there at the very bottom, and you can listen to the show. And
like that, punch the play button.
Yeah,
punch it.
Punch it.
You don't press it. You just punch it.
But yeah, that's what the app looks like. It's very, very slick looking.
Okay, so there you have it. I know you've been talking with the powers that be that make all this happen and getting it all aligned, and so here we are. Let's see. We've gone from just straight terrestrial broadcasting to we can join us on Facebook, our WALT Facebook broadcast page.
Yeah, we're on YouTube, and we're also on X, and of course our website.
X?
Yeah, we're on there as well, and WALTmeridian.com. So we're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man.
I'm telling you, you just better watch out because we're everywhere you are. We're watching you.
That's right.
I like it. It's Mornings in Meridian. Of course, we want you to be on our show. We invite you to do that, and we still get you on here by the way of our good old-fashioned telephone line. Yep, it's the old line. Just comes right up here to the studio and plugs in and comes to 601-485-9191. And that'll just bring you right into our studio.
Bingo.
Would love to have you. This show is brought to you in part by great sponsors, and we want to say a big thank you to the folks up there in Philadelphia, and I'm talking about the good folks at Doc's Toyota.
Tell you what, why not ring in the new year with a new Toyota? They got the 24 models up there right now at Doc's Toyota. Of course, Camrys, Tacomas, 4Runners, Tundras, or if you want to go the pre-owned route, they got a good selection there as well, affordable beginner cars, and even the top-of-the-line luxury. And when you get that Toyota off the lot there at Doc's Toyota, you always have to keep it in tip tip-top shape, and they've got a great service department there at Docks that's open Monday through Friday, 8:30 until 6, and open a few hours there on Saturdays as well. And like I said, just a short drive up to Philadelphia. Beautiful dealership. Boy, it just really just pops right there on Highway 16 West. It's gorgeous. Go by and see the entire staff there. Good service department, good sales team. Or if you want to take a peek before you make the drive, you can do that online at dockstoyota.com. So what do we always say? There's no deal like a Docks deal. Docks Toyota in Philadelphia, and they just want to say Happy New Year, and they look forward to serving you in 2024.
All righty. Well, it's like I said, it's Mornings in Meridian. We want you to be part of the show, 601-485-9191. You see where the Kansas High School up in Olathe, Kansas, they've had a petition.
Oh, boy.
Of course, we celebrate the season of the arrival of the Savior of the world, the Creator who became man to save us all from our sins. We celebrate that now by, in Olathe High School, they have approved a petition for a Satan Club.
Are you serious?
In Olathe, Kansas. According to this KSNT, it says petition was created to stop it, but the high school Satan Club has been approved by the High School District of Kansas. According to a school district spokesperson, the club application met the criteria to establish a student-initiated club and is now recognized.
Jeez.
That application needed to have at least 10 students signed on with interest in forming the group, along with signatures from a student representative and a faculty supervisor. Oh, there's your kingpin right there. From there, a presentation about what the group would bring to the high school had to be made. And from there, the school district had to look hard at the Equal Access Act. Yes, the Equal Access Act, which prevents discrimination of groups based on philosophical or religious messaging.
Roger, what was our country founded on?
Basically, religious freedom. That's the ironic thing here.
I know, right? But look where we have come from since our forefathers got it rolling, and now where we're at in 2023, going into 2024.
Freedom comes with its own sets of responsibilities,
Woo.
doesn't it?
Just grief.
Mm-hmm.
A Satan Club.
Yeah.
At a high school.
So, so far, according to this report from KSNT, no goats have been sacrificed by members of the club yet.
Just wait for it.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, it's like the story we talked about yesterday. You probably saw it on Fox this morning. The gender neutral toy sections that have to be mandated by law in California. And I hear this story about a Satan Club in Kansas at a school, and I'm like, man, you hear these stories. I don't even recognize my country anymore. When it comes to this kind of wokeness and all of this, just junk. Let's just call it as what it is.
Well, I guess they better make sure they have a Jesus Club and make sure it's just a better club.
Yeah,
that's the big struggle continues. the fight that started actually in heaven is now down here on our high school campuses.
Well, I've read the end of the book and I know how it all wraps up. So.
Yeah, we win.
That's right. So I think I want to be on that side.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
I hate to ruin the ending for you, but
got some good news. We win.
Well, I mean, is there going to be any?
Actually, we've won. Actually,
yeah, absolutely. But is there going to be any uproar over this from parents of this school district? Is going to be the big question. I mean, I know
it would be a shame if there's not.
But in Kansas, you would think, I mean, in that part of the world, there would be some, I mean, these individuals that, I mean, when did this all just popped up and started? So very interesting.
Well, I guess, I don't know where it'll start. I mean, stop. You could have you have the Christian club, you have the Satan club, you could have the Gabriel club. I don't know. You could have a bunch of different. I guess if you're saying that's the glove coming off, then everybody can start coming up with all kinds of different clubs.
And plus, just another reason to separate everybody even more than they already are, divide us even more than we already are. Let's just go ahead and do that continuously with these type of things.
Yeah.
we're supposed to be united. We're supposed to be one. Well, when you have these groups that just keeps dividing people even more and even more, you already have the political affiliations where people are, heels in the ground of being Republican or Democrat or conservative or liberal or whatever it might be. But now this kind of stuff just even puts an even bigger wedge. And now you're talking schools, which this is not something that just started yesterday. I'm pretty sure this has been stuff like this that has happened in other school districts across the country, but I just can't wrap my mind around Kansas. I think that's the biggest thing, Kansas. You would think a New York or a California or Washington State or something like that, but when Kansas,
it's a suburb there of Kansas City, so it's
there you go.
You can see where it's not out in the middle of.
It's not in rural Kansas.
It's not in rural Kansas where they would know how to take care of something.
They take care of the problem in a hurry. Train runs out of Stubbville. The people train runs out of Stubbville.
Y'all, the Satan Club, I heard y'all like fire. No,
I'll show y'all some fire.
There's some fire. I don't know. It's just kind of it's signs of the times we're in here. It's, everybody's proving their point. I guess, in college campuses, I guess there's been like atheist clubs and things like this. But
yeah.
It's, I don't know.
No, whenever we talked about the gender-neutral toy section story yesterday, the look on Charles Frazier's face yesterday was like, is this real? Because that was the last story we did before we signed off yesterday. And I was like, well, Charles, we're going to leave you with this heading into the new year. And the look on his face like, is this real? I was like, yeah, it's very much real.
Well, see, and I heard that story, and it's like, if this is mandated, then it's obviously a clear crazy intervention of government for something that government has no business whatsoever trying to enforce.
Who's going to enforce it, though? Or, I mean, who's going to go out and say that they're not complying with this law that you have to have a gender-neutral toy section?
Then we'll have to have a whole different definition, I guess, or what are gender-neutral toys, I don't know. It's like, what's... I know. There's a sickness in this world, folks, and it's a cancer. It's growing. We see it. It's happening, and it's just called total departure from a faith that provides common sense. While the government is not supposed to establish a religion, and this is true. I mean, for religious freedom, the government is not supposed to do that. We shouldn't, we shouldn't be all marching to the brand of whatever the government says. But at the same time, your religion is supposed to be the conscience of the country.
Yeah, I like how you put that. The cancer in this country. You would always say about a cancer that if you catch it early and you cut it out, then you prevent other problems. But have we gotten to the point now where the cancer is spread so bad that there is no point of return right here?
Yeah,
that it's spread so bad that the cancer just infected so bad that do we have a turnaround point now?
This avalanche has been sliding for so long, and it can go however far you want to take it back. I mean,
this just didn't start a year or two ago, folks. This has been going on for a while.
When you want to, was it back when you started introducing Darwinism to give an alternate study to what we've known as the biblical creation? So there's, and that has become what the widespread accepted view is some sort of evolution rather than creation. So it's well, I didn't turn on this show. This is a new show. I didn't turn on this show to hear them preach and tell me what to think. And I'm not telling you what to think, except that
was church night last night.
That's right.
In case you missed your church last night, we got you covered right here. We'll pass the offering plate later.
I've always said, as further you get away from Genesis 1 and 2, anything goes.
Yeah,
anything goes. Genesis 1 and 2 pretty well makes it pretty clear how things are supposed to go.
And we kind of wrapped up the show yesterday talking about that story with the toy sections in California. And I said, as we wrapped up yesterday, going into 2024, wokeness, it's only going to continue to propel forward even more than it already has. So just prepare yourselves for more of it.
Of course, the big joke in California, any any toy section is going to be glassed in and locked up. So
so you won't be able to get to the toys.
It's not going to matter what gender it
Mommy,
is.
I want my gender-neutral Legos.
Well, we can't get to them because I got them locked up. We got to find somebody to get the key. So
Can we just go home and buy them online? Good idea. All right, let's
sure.
have it
Yeah,
here.
Amazon will help us out. So
601-485-9191. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. I like to hear the preacher say if anything in the Bible. Klaus Schwab was on. It was all in the Davos, and talking about you will own nothing, but you would be better off. They're pushing that communism here through our leaders.
Yeah.
And Australia is having a time with them. The thing about it, people don't stand there. Our congressmen don't stand for the Bible. Just like the House leader now has passed bills that stuff in there that's contrary to Christianity. Klaus Schwab, when you go to the big world leaders flying there with them jets, talk about global warming, and they just got that carbon footprint, and it just jets everywhere. When you walk in the door of Klaus Schwab, of the big meeting, Klaus Schwab is there about 2 stories high. Klaus Schwab is there, and he's got his arms around his other, an old man, and they are lip locked. They're just there. I mean, and so by going into the door at Davos, you have to agree to that kind of agenda to go in there.
wow.
I mean, a true Christian guy from the United States to walk in the door and having that picture there of what's going on, they should turn around and walk off. If they are real Christian, they should turn around and walk off and say, I'm not going in there and I'm not participating in it. That's what's wrong.
Yeah.
They all fall into that money, the Bill Gates and the Azos and all of them meeting up there, and they talking about taking private property. Once they take it away, we'll all be better. And so there's going to have to be a pushback, but too many of them are giving in. And they're just leaving the churches. And one other thing, that they what they've been doing in the United States, they've been slowly, these churches, they've been putting the homosexual priest and the pastors, they bind the church. George Soros buying the churches and putting them in power, putting them in there, and they slowly creeping up through America, changing the religion. Once you lose, once they turn on Christ and don't accept Christ anymore, it's gone. Lord's going to call the Christians back up, and they can have it. Thank you.
I appreciate you out there.
Got him fired up there, didn't we? Mornings in Meridian. You too can be part of the show. 601-485-9191.
He is right, though. We got the folks that go up to D.C., though, need to stand more firm on their Christian beliefs instead of making it a campaign slogan most times. I think some do, but a majority, not so much.
I guess the question is, how long do you last if you don't bend to some of the wokeness?
Well, I mean, that's just like with this border bill that's trying to get pushed through the House and the Senate. The only way they can get a border bill pushed through is they have to have Ukrainian aid tagged onto it so they can get some of their own agenda pushed through. That's the way things are going to be done till the end of time in D.C.
That's the way it has been.
If I get something, then guess what? We have to bend a knee to get something for the other folks on the other side of the aisle on that end. Because you can get on Fox News or Newsmax and cry like crazy about we don't need to do this and do that, but guess what you do when that camera turns off? You go to that chamber and you bend a knee and you agree to all of this. Stand firm. Stand firm on all this stuff. But with this border bill, that's the only way it's going to happen is they have to tag Ukrainian aid onto it to get something passed. It's not going to get any better. It's just going to continue down this big dark hole of throwing more money down that hole continuously.
And, well, fortunately, we've got plenty of it, so that's good.
Sure, print some more. No big deal. Hey.
Roll the presses.
Yeah, the value of the dollar's not a big deal. No problem.
Need another couple pallets of money to go to the Middle East, folks, or the Ukraine anyway. Let's print it out. And then we can devalue your property that way because inflation, or get the hyperinflation, and then you don't really own it anymore.
Oh, no. It's not inflation. Bidenomics is, man, that's solving everything. You didn't know?
That's right. Sometimes I don't hear half of what the man says sometimes.
We're not hearing a whole lot from him right now since he's taking a vacation this week down in the Virgin Islands. So,
but I assume the fact since
just don't take your shirt off, please.
since this.
I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Well, he struggled last time to take his shirt off at one of those little vacations he had, so I don't want to see him hurt himself.
So this is like okay. This is an election year. So let's get Secretary of State Blinken and Security Alejandro Mayorkas and President Biden's Homeland Security Advisor Liz Sherwood Randall to meet with Mexican President Andres Manuel Lopez and talk about the border. It's election year. We've got to go ahead and start owning up to some border policy.
And of course, the folks who represented, I guess, the American side of things said, just positive meaning, just nothing but positive. Well, what came out of it? Y'all just sip coffee all morning? Just say, hey. I mean, gosh.
Positive, yeah.
Yeah, it's a photo op is all it is.
For the election year.
It is that the cycle is here, folks. I mean, the first, the Iowa caucus is coming up in just, 2 or 3 weeks. So, yep, we're there.
And one day, since I've now been on this planet a while, somebody smarter than me, please just explain what a caucus is.
Caucus.
You have that explanation?
I
for
mean,
me?
we can just ask Google.
Oh, okay.
Google knows more than we'll ever know.
We have some have primaries. Some have caucuses.
We're going to caucus.
I do know what a carcass is. I know what that is.
There's plenty of those left over after they've dropped out of the Republican side of things. A lot of carcasses left over. I mean, what did we start out with? 40 candidates. Now we're down to 4 or 5, I think.
Well, there you go. That's the way it's supposed to be.
And the one person who's not went to one single debate is still standing, and he has the biggest lead. So there you go.
Exactly.
Love it.
Love it. Mornings in Meridian. We're going to take a break for Fox News, and then we'll come back. So stay with us. Give us a call, 601-485-9191. 601-485-9191. We'll see what things are happening like here locally. At least there's not yet. No Satan clubs.
Ooh.
Got some gangs.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be back. Everything's gonna be all right, I know. It's hard to turn Merle Haggard off, I'll tell you right now. And that's a great classic if we make it through December. It looks like we almost have. Well, we're almost there, December 28th. And, of course, New Year's weekend coming up. So another day off. We get Monday off.
Yep, Monday off.
Oh, man.
Another 4-day week next week.
I've worked so hard this week.
What are we going to do the next week when it's a 5-day week? That's going to hit us right between the eyes. Like,
hello. That's when winter depression sets in.
Yeah, right.
That's what it's like. Hey, boy, here we go, another day. No, I just want to be thankful for every morning I get to wake up and breathe.
And then the W-9's going to hit you across the face.
Yeah, at least my dear friend Doris Speidel starts it early.
Right.
You get your property tax notices back in November or October. It's like, yeah, let's just go ahead and peel this scab off real quick.
Yeah, I got to pay my $168 garbage fee too. By God.
I tell you what.
Hey, just pay it and move on. I don't want to either, but
I'm glad to pay it.
Yeah.
I am glad that these men brave the cold, the rain, the heat, and they show up at my driveway every week and they take away my trash.
And don't forget, speaking of county garbage pickup, don't forget they are a day delayed this week. So if you usually have your garbage picked up on Thursday, that's going to be tomorrow, and then the Friday pickup will be on Saturday because they had Monday off. So just remember that.
None of us are like not many of us are like the redneck millennial who has a ravine there, a family ravine, where they can all take their trash and dump it, and then the next purchasers of the property has to deal with their crap. Anyway. No, mornings in Meridian. We're glad you're out there.
I take offense to that.
Well, I tell you what, first of all, we've got a caller on the line. Let's go to the phones, and then we're going to talk about our sponsors.
Yeah.
Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
There are many private Brownsville sites in the county.
Very many, yes. Back in the day, that's exactly what you did as a rural Mississippian. You found a ravine and you filled it up.
That's right.
Burn that garbage.
Burn it, put a trash pile and burn it. And I know out in Lamar County there at one time there was just kind of a little, they call it the trash dump. They didn't call it landfill. It was a trash dump. And it was right along the road. So you'd just drive along and kind of pull off to the side. And it was legit. I mean, it wasn't like, no dumping area, but then a bulldozer would come every now and then, just kind of push it deeper into the woods.
Or play it like a sport and just kind of aim and throw it, while your car's moving, and where it lands, it lands.
There's the trash. There you go.
Wait a minute, he sounds like he's done that before.
That's like the mailman on Funny Farm. There.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, sir, you didn't call for that foolishness.
No.
I know.
No, I listened to you before the break, and it made me think about the benefit of Mr. Kite. I don't know if you're familiar with that tune. I don't want to plagiarize as the Harvard president did, but
there you go.
For the benefit of Beelzebub, there will be a devil club at Kansas High.
Wow.
It made me think of back in the school days here when we had school annuals. They had all those school clubs.
Oh, yeah.
In the annual, and I used to draw pictures in mine.
Oh, I bet.
Like horns on the students or the teacher or something.
You started that pretty early then, the old Devil's Club then.
Well, that's right. And I was thinking about when I was in there one day, there was a teacher that tried to put people on the right path. And one of the guys in the class with me, his dad was on the state parole board, and I think that the teacher was concerned about him disrupting class in there talking, and he asked him what he wanted to be when he grew up, and he said, a Hell's Angel. And the teacher replied, you couldn't be a Hell's Angel and ride a motorcycle because you choked to death on all those bugs flying in your mouth.
Wow. Wow.
That was putting it strongly.
Right.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. I'm
Well,
going to be a Hale's Angel.
that's right.
Well, I tell you what, do you have any good advice for approaching the new year? Anything you want to share with our listeners?
Well, don't eat all of those Christmas presents at one time if they're edibles.
Well, I'm telling you, isn't that the truth?
There's a lot of them left over.
Our kitchen is loaded with them, and it's been kind of a sicky kind of Christmas around our house. So it's been kind of tough. You get all this stuff to eat, but don't feel like eating it, kind of thing.
Well, that's what knickknacks can go to the freezer over here.
Hey, all right,
we go.
knickknacks. I like that. Very good, sir. Well, I'm glad your freezer's plugged in and full and ready for the new year.
Well, it is for now.
Yeah. I think my plan for the new year is to take it pretty much like I did this last year, about one day at a time.
Sounds like a plan to me. Y'all have a good one.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for the call.
Bye.
601-485-9191. Big thank you to those who make this show possible.
One of my favorite places to eat here locally, folks. The food is delicious. The service is fantastic. And, boy, can't say enough about Exit 150.
Magnolia Restaurant.
Yes, sir. And today is Thursday. They're going to start serving lunch at 10:30. And on the menu today is pot roast.
Yay!
Yeah, boy. Also,
Potatoes, carrots, roast beef.
or if you want to go hamburger steak with onion gravy, they also got that on the menu today.
Smother it, please.
Fried or baked chicken, fried pork chops. It's all on the menu today for lunch at the Magnolia Restaurant inside the Queen City Truck Stop. Or if you want to go with a biggie burger and fries, they also got to have that on the menu. Variety of po' boy sandwiches are there on the menu as well. And you can always start it out with a delicious hot breakfast. They've got the Rise and Shine breakfast, the long haul breakfast as well. The coffee is always hot and delicious there at the Magnolia Restaurant. And like I said, the service is fantastic. The wait staff, I can't say enough about them. Or if you want to go the to-go order route, I always like to sit there and eat my meal there at the Magnolia Restaurant. But if you want to get it to go, you can do that as well. Call ahead, 601-482-0259. That is 601-482-0259. That is the Magnolia Restaurant inside the Queen City Truck Stop off of Exit 150. Celebrate the new year with a delicious meal there at the Magnolia Restaurant.
It's Mornings in Meridian. We're so happy you're out there. Let's take a phone call at 601-485-9191. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Welcome.
Hey, what's up?
First of all, I'm going to say hotty toddy.
Hotty toddy.
Let's whoop up on some Penn State Saturday.
There you go. Good loyal Ole Miss fan here checking in.
Yeah. Well, it's the only bowl game in the state that I know of. The only team that's playing in bowl games.
Rub it in there. Go ahead. Just go ahead and just take that salt and just rub it in that wound.
Hit it right on top of the wound.
Is Lane going to be sober for the game?
Lane has sobered up a long time ago. Y'all trying to get a new joke. That was old. It don't work anymore. So, yeah. Very much so, unfortunately, for Penn State. But anyway, guys, do y'all hear about what happened at the Los Angeles and New York airports yesterday? Y'all read or heard about that, I guess?
Well, actually, I haven't. I was kind of a little busy going to my own airports. But
There you go.
A bunch of Muslims showed up like they did the other night in New York when they
Oh,
were
okay.
Christmas is canceled, and they put red food or whatever it was on the nativity scene, made it look like blood.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday just showed up at the two major airports with people trying to get back home, and were trying to shut down the traffic. So just so proud that we have these folks in the country now. I mean, they've been warring and fighting in their country for 2,000 years, so this is nothing new to them. And so now they're going to bring it to our shores where they got a policeman, one of the policemen, or several policemen in Los Angeles were hurt pretty badly yesterday fooling with these idiots. So I don't know, just I guess let's let a bunch more of them come on in, Don't worry about who's coming across the border. Just continue let them in. And what's up? They said they had now something like 15,000 Chinese men, fighting age men, have come across the border.
Well, I wouldn't be
Un-
surprised. I mean, these are people from all different walks of
150
life and
countries.
nationalities.
That's like we said.
150 different countries.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. I mean, just over Christmas weekend alone, it was 20, 30, 40,000 just on Christmas weekend alone that came over.
You know, every one of those people has to be fed and sheltered by the taxpayers of America.
Well, if we're going to do that, we might as well. If they're fighting age men, then go ahead and put them in the Army or the Navy, and let them be fighters, and that way they can do something for their food and their care.
Well, the sad thing about that is a lot of them want to go into our military, but not for no good reasons. They want to get that experience and get that training to use it against America. So,
that would be a bad mistake then. Huh?
Yeah, it's not. It ain't no good situation any way you look at it. But anyway, all right, guys. Now that I've cheered y'all up, y'all have a good day.
I know, right? Yay, feel good about life now.
Rub the salt in the wound about the no other Mississippi team in a bowl other than Ole Miss.
And then the border.
Then the border.
Yay, there are so many people coming across.
Yeah, just rub it all in. Make it. Mr. Sunshine checking in with us here today.
Well, I mean, they did show the images of this big caravan that is coming over right now, and don't you like how all this kind of lined up yesterday? Is they show these videos of this big caravan coming over, and then Mayorkas and all of these other folks go have this big meeting with the Mexican president yesterday, and I'm like, this all just lined up so perfectly for the biggest photo op and the biggest story they could possibly put out there heading into the new year. So while the boss is sipping his umbrella drinks on the beach, we're actually at the border having a meeting with, well, not at the border, they're just meeting with the president of Mexico. And
there was a meeting a long time ago, 2 or 3 years ago, that said, yeah, we'll do something that looks like we'll do something with the border, like in 23 and 24. Yeah, 24 will be the year.
24 sounds better.
Let's do that in 24. So yeah, here we are. Christmas is over. New Year's coming. Let's have that meeting down there. It's Mornings in Meridian. Glad you're out there. I want to say a big thank you to Adam Carmichael and Adam McCree. They have been great sponsors of the show for years, and we appreciate you guys out there. And of course, you appreciate them, because if you want auto glass fixed fast, you go to A&A Glass, right there on 22nd Avenue, Sela Ward Parkway, right there at the corner of Sela Ward and C Street. Easy to find.
What is always the sound when the glass gets pecked by a rock?
I can't. I can't say it on the air. Just can't say it on the air.
We've all been there.
That's it. It's when you hear that sound that makes a preacher cuss. I'll tell you, it's it's time to go to A&A Glass. But that's the thing about it. You don't have to cuss now, because
you gonna do it?
Well, you don't have to, because immediately when it happens, hey, I know what to do with this. I'm taking it over to A&A Glass.
That's right.
They'll have the PEC repaired or the glass replaced and help you navigate with your insurance company, and all is well in no time flat. So for auto glass fixed fast, go to A&A Glass.
In the words of Toby Bates here on the program, they've saved my bacon a few times.
There you go. That's right. And if you want to give them a call and ask them any questions, it's easy to do that. Call them at 601-693-GLASS. 601-693-GLASS.
There you go.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what we will do. We'll take a quick little breather here, come back, give our little weather report. We will tell you that it's sunny right now, but it's also cold. But we'll let the weather guys fill it in even more.
If we make it through
Job and shove it.
Oh, my goodness. Johnny Paycheck. Whew. Yeah, it's like after you say that, you think, oh, my goodness, what have I done?
What'd they say?
What have I done? Oh,
Man.
no. 601-485-9191 is our talk line here at Mornings in Meridian. Roger along with Rob on this, the 28th day, the last Thursday of our
That's right.
of the year.
That's right. TikTok, TikTok.
Oh man. No, I don't do TikTok. 601-485-9191. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
So glad to have you on board.
Well, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be somewhere.
Yeah.
I wanted to share, I heard a comment earlier about the delayed garbage collection schedule this week in the county for ADSI. It will be the same next year. Guys get 2 days a year off, Christmas and New Year's. So it'll be 1 day late next week, and then we go back to the regular schedule.
There we go.
Okay, so
Same schedule next week as it was this week.
Yes, sir.
Which
Monday,
means
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and so forth.
okay, so if my garbage is usually picked up on Wednesday, it'll be picked up on Thursday?
Today, yeah.
That is correct.
Okay, good. Okay, good. All right. Well, and you probably heard me then give the accolades of how much I appreciate the guys that get on those trucks and in this cold weather, in the rainy weather, or the hot summer sunshine, and they come and collect my garbage from my driveway.
Well, thank you for that comment. They don't get much of that. They get a lot of complaints, but they have not only a hard job, but a very dangerous job.
Yeah,
That's right.
Exactly. Slow down when you see a garbage truck, folks. You know, don't just slow down for the mail truck. Of course, some of you don't even do that. You just
You're right.
blow right by the rural deliverer there. But
I
all these
appreciate that comment, but they're hung out to dry riding on the side of that truck.
Oof.
well, I tell you what, we know that you do everything you can to keep them safe, but you do have to rely on citizens with good common sense.
Well, I think it was not Mark Twain. It was somebody else. Common sense is the least common of all the senses.
Yeah.
Somebody said that. Sounds like Will Rogers.
I don't know who.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
they were right. They were right.
Yeah, so
That's why I'm so blissful all the time. Ignorance is bliss, so I'm happy every day.
well, I like that about
Yeah.
you. I like that about you.
You gentlemen have a great day and a safe, blessed, and wonderful 2024.
Thanks,
You
sir.
do the same.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, how about you have a job, and there's 2 days off a year you get. You know, we all talk about our vacation and all this other kind of stuff. But these garbage guys, they get 2 days off.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, other than
Jimmy had mentioned that that's going to be the garbage schedule. Same for this week, next week, obviously with the holidays. Now, as far as the city goes, they have the schedule like that this week with, kind of a day behind type deal. Now, next week, the city is going to run full go. They are going to be working on New Year's Day. So just be aware of that. If you have your garbage picked up by the city providers there, they will be on as regular schedule next week. So
there you have it.
So county, day behind with the off day on Monday, but city doing the full week next week. So.
Okay, there you have it. 2 different contracts, 2 different companies.
That's right.
2 different sets of services. All right, it's Mornings in Meridian. We're speeding toward the halfway point in the show where we'll take a Fox News break, but we invite you to call us at any time, 601-485-9191. When we come back, we'll talk about, again, maybe recap some of the stories from the year here locally, anything that's happening today here locally, or that kind of thing.
Yeah, I do have an update. We talked about that shooting yesterday. That happened back on Tuesday out at the East Mississippi Correctional Facility. There is somewhat of an update on that story, so we'll get to that. Also, checkpoints continue with the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office and their Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign. So we'll give you a heads up of where they're going to be at.
Drive through it or get pulled over with a car full of narcotics.
Yeah, there was one guy. Oh, my gosh.
There's that story.
They got one of them. You dummy. God. I read that this morning. I was like, that's the first thing I thought of. You dummy.
Okay, here's where we're going to be. These are the days we're going to be there. And if you want to break the law.
Still broke the law. God. That goes in the category of dumb criminals.
I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that at all. I didn't know they were going to be there.
Whiz.
I guess that would, yeah. We do have section of our computer every morning talks about weird criminals or weird stories, like dumb criminals, that kind of
Let's
thing.
put that one in that category.
We ought to. It's Mornings in Meridian. We'll take a quick break, Fox News, and then more of our show when we come back. I'm Roger. He's Rob. That's the way Mama named us. And we'll be back. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody, to Mornings in Meridian. If you just joined us, where have you been? We've been waiting for you. Glad you're out there. Roger B. along with Rob Atkinson.
Hello.
It's Thursday. It is, we're blowing through this holiday week, the kind of the between week, when everybody really just should shut down. We really shouldn't even be here. I mean, it's Christmas and New Year. It's the week in between.
Run that up the flagpole and see how it works.
Yeah. I'm afraid what they might do to the flagpole.
Yeah, right. You never know.
Mornings in Meridian. We hope you're having a good day with us. You're welcome to be part of the show. 601-485-9191. Put you right in here with us for anything you want to say. A couple of things we can talk about coming up here on the local scale and also on the national and just all news in general. But first thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about plumbing college.
Oh, plumbing college.
You ever been to plumbing college?
I know who the instructor is.
It's right there on the corner of 26th Avenue and 12th Street there.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Barber and Son Plumbing.
And Gary is the instructor.
He's made more plumbers in this town than anybody anywhere.
I think he's the dean of plumbing here in Meridian.
That's right. He certainly is, because you can take a picture of whatever you're having a problem with, take it to him. He can probably show you how to fix it, have the part to fix it, show you how to do it, or they have a team. They can come out there and do it professionally and get her done.
Absolutely. They do those small commercial jobs, residential jobs, remodeling, and like you said, if you're stuck on a do-it-yourself project, and just take the old smart device out, because we all know that thing's smarter than we are, and take a photo of what you're working on, and Gary might just have the part for you, and plus going to save you some extra money as well. And what I like about when you do that process, it saves you a lot of time, because we all know when we get in that big box store, we start wandering around, and you're looking for the people in little vests, and they just nowhere to be found. Like, hey, where do I find this? And then you go digging around in this bin, that bin, and you're wondering, hey, does this really match or not? Save yourself the time and the heartache and the headache, obviously, and go to Barber and Sons Plumbing, because they are the plumbing professionals. Third generation there at Barber and Sons at 1123 26th Avenue. And, of course, I appreciate Gary Barber, Gayla Gartman, and the entire staff. 601-482-7023. That's 482-7023. The fine staff at Barber and Sons Plumbing. Ring in the new year with some fresh plumbing at Barber and Sons, because the water has got to be flowing right.
That's exactly right. We want the clean water in, the brown water out.
Yeesh.
Plain and simple. Along with the gray water.
Yeah.
There's all different kinds of water.
I just want the good stuff.
That's it. Mornings in Meridian locally. I guess I'm a little surprised. Maybe not. Maybe I'm surprised that the city government has a work session right in that tween week, between Christmas and New Year's.
Interesting, right?
So interesting that I guess one of the topics that was back on the burner is this idea of a skate trail or a skate park. Is that what I'm trying to think of?
Yeah, it's been a while since we've heard anything about this skate park. Of course, this was a big project from Councilwoman Tybell Lindsay. She's been kind of spearheading this whole thing from the beginning. And what it looks like is there some grants, I think, that are out there on the table for this project. Now, the skate park is expected to cost a little more than $775,000. So, nice price tag there. The projected location.
They're about $750,000 million.
Yeah, about $750 million.
About $750 million.
Going to be in Ben Arthur Davis Park. Now, according to the article here from friends down at TOK, there's a lot of grants here: land and water conservation grant, recreational trail grants. As well, did not know this existed until now, a Tony Hawk skateboard project grant.
How about that?
Is in the works. So Tony Hawk, of course, famous skateboarder out there, has a skateboard project grant.
So he's out of his benevolence, I guess, has put money back into communities to help build skate parks.
They also have a a Healthy Mississippi grant, which is from Blue Cross Blue Shield. There's one more. It's a Mississippi Outdoor Stewardship Trust Fund grant. 5 grants together could more than pay for the cost of the skate park. So it's very important to be proactive. To start the first or top of the year in January for it to be on the agenda to be approved. So it looks like they are going the route of grant funding to pay for this project. And according to the article, Tybell Lindsay did say that she said that she believes that they will hire the East Mississippi Planning and Development that'll help us on the grants to see about getting, as she said, free money in the article.
Yeah, that was just another way of referring to grants, I guess. They realize that we know there's no free money.
Ain't nothing free out there.
I know but if it's a grant and you're not doing anything for it other than just you are having to write and apply and cross your fingers and hope to die, that kind of thing.
I just wonder what else was brought up in that discussion yesterday other than the skate park. Was that the biggest pressing issue at the session yesterday?
We had to been there, but I didn't. I guess I was even surprised that during this time there would be
during
a work
the holidays
session.
They would have one, yeah. So, but evidently that was one of the big topics of discussion yesterday. So it looks like grant funding for a skate park here in Meridian. So we'll see what happens.
All right, that's a local story. If you want to. I guess if they do build this, would you be willing to help me learn how to take that skateboard and jump up on those rails and slide down the rails like those guys do and gals, and then kind of come down and land on the skateboard and keep on going? Will you teach me how to do that?
As long as we have a gun to defend ourselves.
Oh no, you didn't.
Oh yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
That's terrible, I know.
You see him do that?
But a lot of you folks out there listening were thinking it.
Well, now, see, this is a problem we have here.
You shouldn't be like that.
We have too much negative talk here in Meridian about what's going on, and that's not helpful. That's just not helpful.
Well, I know what some folks are going to say about this. I mean, let's just go ahead and peel this thing on back here. I mean,
he's peeling
peeling a little bit more as we go. Okay, they want to do the skate park, and it looks like they're going to go the route of grant funding, which is fine. It's not going to cost the taxpayer anything here locally if they're going to go that route. But
already on the property, so that's
it's already on the property, so that's all well and good. But is this the most important thing that we should be discussing at a work session when it comes to other problems within the city of Meridian right now?
Well, like you said, you'd like to see what were some of the other topics on that
absolutely
work session.
Yeah, if this was the most important thing yesterday, then I guess the rest of the stuff that's going on in the city is kind of on the back burner. Just saying.
Well, I'd be interested to know what our listeners think. So we'll give our number out there, 601-485-9191. But you would help me then learn how to do that.
I mean, I can try. I mean, I'm not promising we're not going to go to the emergency room, but wear a helmet. I'll say that. Just wear a helmet.
Or let me put it this way. I'll just put it. I see absolutely no point in taking a four-wheeled object that you're designed to ride on, and then not use the wheels at all, but yet use it as a skid to go down a rail.
I got one more question before we get to the phone call here. How many kids skateboard here in Meridian?
Well, none now because we don't have a park.
But I'm just saying, how many will take the initiative to get out from behind the video game console to actually get out there and participate?
Rob, build it, and Metro will come.
And then some.
Yeah!
Mornings in Meridian, 601-485-9191. Good morning, caller. How you doing? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, we got you loud and clear, wall to wall.
Good,
there we
good. Where's Hunter?
Where's Hunter?
Yeah.
I think they spotted him in California, yesterday.
He right out there with Kamala Harris, or we furnished him a plane.
Going to see one of his girlfriends, I guess.
Yeah, okay. It's skateboard park they're going to be on.
Yes, sir.
You're going to be in Machine Gun Alley?
Machine Gun Alley.
I mean, it's a fair question.
Yeah, I can't hardly hear y'all. Y'all got it turned up or something?
No,
we're loud and clear.
Loud and clear. I don't know why you can't hear us, sir. I apologize.
Maybe it's just a cheap AT&T phone.
It could be that.
Yeah, maybe.
That's exactly right. It could be that. But security, I guess. But then you have to say, well, are there serious problems right now going on in the parks of Meridian right now? I mean, is it it's been kind of quiet as far as I've
Now
heard.
go to Highland Park at night, and my opinion.
Every cop in Meridian ought to be on duty this weekend, because when they start shooting the fireworks, there'll be 100,000 machine guns going off.
Well,
They can come down to my house and sit on my steps, and they can hear it all.
now that's right. You're a highwayman, aren't you?
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. I know your location now. Yeah, this is our caller who's not too terribly far from Highway Village.
Mm-hmm.
Chunk of rock to it.
And of course, you get to hear some fireworks all throughout the year around there, don't you?
Yeah, but they ain't been none over Christmas. I don't know what's going on. They must spend it all on Christmas gifts.
They took a break.
Well, thank goodness.
They're
That's great.
gonna wait for the new year.
I know it, because my little dog hates it.
Yeah. Well,
She can hear it 10 blocks away where I can't have to go outside to hear sometimes when it starts.
You keep your dog inside and keep your head low here this
yeah.
weekend. And,
That's where she goes when she gets out, though, across the street.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Well, sir, you asked some good questions, and I'm glad you're out there. Glad you checked in with us.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great day.
Appreciate
have a good
you.
show.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. 601-485-9191 is our talk line. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
Good morning, team. How's Mr. Roger and the team this morning?
Oh,
We're
doing
just fine.
Fine. Roger and Rob on duty today.
Yeah, this is Wayman Newell.
Sounds
Hey, Mr. Newell.
Yes, sir.
And I wanted to echo what Mr. Jimmy Moore said. And on behalf of the supervisors, ADSI has done a great job
There
on
you go.
Lauderdale County.
Isn't that the truth? That's the truth.
Now, when they first started, there was a little hiccups, and I can only speak for District 2. But overall, the complaints since ADS got on the ground and running, I'll say after the year, the complaints have been very minimum to none.
Yeah.
And we are lucky to have it. You know, we had the green boxes, and I was very skeptical of going to the door-to-door pickup.
Yes, sir.
And my constituents wanted me to vote against it, and I did. But some of those constituents that wanted to keep the green boxes now have said, well, maybe it ain't so bad after all.
That's right. Well,
So the bottom line is they do a great job.
Now-
And while I'm up on the stump,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
this is my last official day as supervisor of District 2. And I certainly want to thank the people of District 2 for the opportunity, to serve them. I, being retired from McGregor Printing after 34 and a half years, had no idea that I'd ever be a supervisor, and
Yes, sir.
things aggravated me a little bit, and we got elected, and we served 4 terms, and whatever the people, I'm gonna use Josh Todd's words on this. The Facebook warriors have negative thoughts sometimes, but the constituents of District 2 know that it's by far a lot better than I found.
Well, you done good.
Absolutely.
You've been my supervisor all this time, and of course, I was going to mention something about what you were going to do with all your time you have now. Of course, today, I'm sure you want us to give out Craig Houston's phone number now.
I hadn't seen him. He hadn't been at the board meeting. I don't know nothing about the gentleman, so I'm not gonna say anything negative. I didn't say anything negative about it to start with, but I have a grandson that will be 15 January 23rd.
Yeah.
I've got a grandson that'll be 13 next September.
All right.
They both love to hunt and fish and play baseball, and
Sound like you got something to do.
Well, 25 years ago, I moved in the house that Dale Woodshield and I built up there, and the yard was smooth as glass. Over the years, and especially the last 16, I've let the yard kind of go. I'm going to get it back smooth so I can ride and won't look like a rub board out there. A lot of people don't know what a wash rub board is. But
Oh, yeah.
some of us older guys do.
There you go.
But again, I want to thank you guys down there for the opportunity to come on the show.
Yes, sir.
Express
Yes, sir.
my thoughts and so forth. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to still be at Dale Wood and still be keeping an eye on politics, but I have enjoyed serving the people of Lauderdale County.
Well, thank you. Just want to say thank you. Thank you.
And you can call in anytime and comment about anything going on politically. You can be our little spokesperson there, kind of our go-to guy.
Well, I appreciate that, and you can. I'm gonna drop in on Mr. Huffmaster down at Loafer's Lounge.
Absolutely,
I love it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Maybe you.
Loafer's Lounge occasionally, and check on him. He's a fine fellow.
Maybe you can get. Maybe you can get that.
You guys have a great new year, and again, thank you for everything.
Well, before
Absolutely.
you go, I just want to congratulate your being awarded the name on that bridge there by the there on Dale Drive there.
Well, I appreciate that. I worked, the previous mayor, Elvis Hudson, told me it was in bad shape and asked me to look into it. And the current mayor, Mr. Larry Gill, and myself, of course, I worked on it when Elvis was in office, but me and Larry worked on it a little harder with Mr. Willie Simmons helping out. And the Board of Supervisors put the last $200,000 in. You know, when we first looked at it, it was like $700,000. 10 years later, it's $1.3 million. So that tells you how things escalate and go up. And you can apply that to the trash bill. We had to go up on the trash bill a little bit.
Yep.
But it hadn't went up since 2009, I believe it was. I don't remember that date exactly, but. That bridge, that's an honor. You can't put it into words how that made me feel.
How long did it take to get that thing changed out?
10 years.
Once the work started.
On the work status, it took about 60 days.
And that's something. 60 days.
Wow.
Of course, now the key to that was having the parts made before we even tore it out. That was the key. When they came in on a flatbed truck, they was ready to be laid in place.
Mm-hmm.
And then the only thing you had to worry about was the backfilling and the approach up to the bridge.
There you go. Well, fantastic. That's a good example of how things should be done.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the good Lord bless us with beautiful weather too. That's another key.
There you go.
When you tear out a bridge or tear up a road, you've got to have the cooperation of the good Lord to get it done as fast as possible.
Yep. All right, very good.
And I'm gonna leave this with you, Roger. I got one other thing.
Yes, sir.
Matthew 6:25 through 29.
Okay.
Talks about worry. Read it when you get off.
Gotcha. All right. Good job, sir. Thank you.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year, sir.
Thank you. All right. Wayman Newell checking in there with us.
Appreciate his 4 terms there in District 2. Had done a fantastic job. I think he's left the district in great shape. So,
any concerns and questions you have about District 2, direct that to now Craig Houston.
That's right, because the new folks in the county, the new elected officials, will be sworn in this weekend. They're going to have a ceremony this Sunday out there at the government complex. Of course, a lot of new faces across the board, a lot of different offices, new sheriff, new coroner, a couple of new supervisors, and new justice court judge in District 1. So a lot of new blood going in.
Well, there you have it. Little time's a changing here in Lauderdale County.
The honeymoon's almost over.
As JJ goes and Craig goes, oh boy.
And let's get them boys on this show.
Let's get them baptized in mornings of Meridian.
That's right. That's right. Welcome to politics, big boys.
Biscuits ain't gonna work. Well, they did for one guy, but anyway, not you.
That's right. Biscuits don't get it done.
That's right.
Well, Nick,
what are you going to do next month?
Next month?
Yeah, no Solly.
Well, will Ward Calhoun be coming in? We'll just get ready for Ward.
Is he going to bring food?
I don't know. He's going to run things. You know what Ward's going to do? He's going to run things his way.
Yeah, I'll work on that. Just kidding.
And if people are looking on Facebook right now and looking at us, they're thinking, why do you guys need
food?
Yeah.
The holidays have gotten us more plump.
Boy, isn't that the truth? Oh, man. Well, we're glad you're out there. We're having fun this morning. Want you to be part of it. Give us a call, 601-485-9191, and we will take a break for Fox News and a couple of our sponsors and be right back. So, and, of course, they'll talk about your money now and all these kind of things. So we'll be right back. Oh, yes.
Do they have that blaring over the speakers at the border?
That's a Democrat campaign rally song.
It's a free ride.
Come on, take a free ride. Now that's Edgar Winters. I tell you what, 77 years old today.
Wow.
Yes, happy birthday. If today, the 28th day of December, is your birthday. Some other birthdays include, Diamond Rio's Marty Rowe. He's 63.
I like Diamond Rio.
Yeah, how about Shenandoah?
Oh, another good one.
Mike McGuire, 65. And, of course, the late Joe Diffie. Lost him in the COVID year. He would have been 65 today.
John Deere Green.
John Deere Green. Other birthdays. Let's see who we got that's popping off the page here. Denzel Washington, great actor.
He's one of my favorites.
69 years old today.
I love Denzel Washington.
And, of course, an Adam 12 fan from days gone by, the late Martin Milner, 30. He was born this day in 1931.
I think we had that discussion one day here in the studio. It was like, what is the one actor you just have not seen in a bad movie? And I said Denzel, and everybody just kind of went, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I was like, ooh, I was, huh?
He does.
I just can't think of a bad movie he was in. So
I rewatched the one where he was that airplane pilot, that had the drug
Flight.
Flight, which is pretty fanciful, but at the same time, it was just kind of watching his acting there. It was good.
he's been blessed with those acting chops for sure. So.
That's it. Acting chops. Look at you.
Mm-hmm.
So glad you're out there. Phone caller on the line. Go there now. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Mornings in Meridian.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are y'all doing today?
Zane.
Well, Zane, welcome.
Well, I got a theory for you, Rob. I want to present this to you and see what you think.
All right, what you got?
He's just to ensure he gets a year-end bonus.
I'm not the one paying him. That's the problem.
Well, he's just trying to be seen to get that year-end bonus. That's what it is.
Hey, be careful. He's in control of the buttons now.
Well, yeah. Hey, it wouldn't be the first time he's put me in timeout or dumped me. That's for sure.
There you go.
You got that right.
How was your Christmas?
one of very few callers.
Great.
Santa bring you something nice?
Santa brought me something really nice.
Nice.
But it was very good Christmas and looking forward to a really good New Year.
Absolutely. Got a lot of projects on the horizon.
Yep. Got a ambulance sitting in here right now, and we've got a radio van in here right now. I can't say what radio station it is for fear of getting put in timeout from Roger.
It's one of them fellers
But
down
it is a family.
It's one.
Yeah, it's a family station.
Yeah, it's one of them fellers down the hallway.
Yeah. So, but
it's okay to say that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. This is a Digio Strategies radio van.
Where I happen to be a sales representative for Digio Strategies. So.
And I work for one of those other stations too. So.
Yeah. But this is it's a van that's got all the radio stations of the family on it. It's not just dedicated to one radio station.
Yeah.
So it's kind of versatile.
There you go. That's kind of like
you take it on a remote. You just open the door of the right radio station and wave it back and forth, and there you are.
There we go.
They follow in the lead of somebody who did a van for us about 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That multiple confused van. That's it. Doesn't know which way to identify.
8 years ago. Mercy. Whoa. Time flies. Anyhow, well, good. Glad you. Now the ambulance. Do you get many calls to stripe or to wrap or to decal ambulances?
Yeah. Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I keep stuff in stock, and they dumped this thing on me kind of a surprise yesterday.
Are we saying that
it got everything I need?
It doesn't say Metro unless you say it says Metro. Is that what we're saying?
Well, I'm kind of, I don't even want to talk about them. They got three new ambulances the other day and didn't even send me one of them.
Oh, sore subject.
Never mind.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. And, they're having that thing for Clayton on the 7th, the goodbye thing for Clayton on the 7th. I will be there.
Nice.
Yeah, I will tell him what I think about him.
Oh, my, no, you won't. Unless he's just a real nice guy or something like that.
I was thinking about this the other day when Stella gets in to the office of coroner. Do we send instead of a bat signal, we just put we just yell Stella out over the speakers and she comes running for the crime scene?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Stella.
But hey, I don't know if I haven't been listening today. I apologize for that. I've been a busy beaver working. But you know what happened 38 years ago? Y'all covered that 38 years ago today?
38 years ago today.
I think that was when Meridian lost its female police officer, Alma Waters.
That's it.
Yeah.
1:26 a.m. John Rufus Lanier, I think he's still up in Parchman. And she told the other responding officer, "Don't come in the house. He has my gun."
Oh, okay.
Wow. And so that's a hero. We've lost I think one or two since then, but that kind of a tragic day. I remember that well.
Yeah.
And the only reason I happened to have that tip of my tongue because somebody had just sent that. So yeah, I'm glad glad you acknowledged the fact that we did lose an officer that was, like you said, 38 years ago.
38 years. Wow.
Yep. And she was some kind of kin to my girlfriend, or she says she's a cousin of her children. So she's kind of a ex-in-law type deal.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Well, there you have it. So, yeah, I think that's exactly what should happen to somebody who takes the life of anybody, but specifically a law enforcement officer. That's jail and throw away the key.
Yep, kind of over in the ghetto section of Parchman for quite a while.
Zane, you going to be watching the football game Friday?
Football game Friday?
Yeah, Clemson plays Friday.
Oh, okay. You know what? I haven't even followed that.
Whoa! I caught him! Wow!
This is news.
I mean,
Clemson playing and he didn't know it.
I really didn't.
Yeah, they're playing. They're playing Friday. Ooh, this is an early game too. This is gonna be tough. 11 o'clock on Friday morning against Kentucky in the Gator Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, Friday. That's not tomorrow.
I hope.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, games tomorrow. They're playing down in Gator Bowl. I believe that's in
Gainesville,
Tampa. I believe.
Oh, Tampa.
No, maybe in Jacksonville.
Oh, okay.
Jacksonville. So there you go.
But yeah, I love my Tigers, but it's an off year, and I hate the transfer portal because I believe that's what's happened to all the good teams. And unless you're a powerhouse legend, you can't keep players. They just bounce around all over the place.
Sure do.
So, kind of disheartened with the whole thing.
It is what it is.
Yep, that's it.
There you go.
Got to live with it unless they change it.
That's right.
But I'm kind of looking forward to expanded playoffs next year. That will be cool because that way you don't have somebody sitting there taking payoffs to put whoever in.
Listen,
I really hate to offend all my tide roller friends, but I mean, let's get real.
Money is what drives the boat.
That's it,
Oh, it is.
All the bean counters making the choices, and they counting the wrong beans. They counting the money beans, green beans, I guess.
Since we brought up college football, I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but yesterday there was 2 bowl games. They always dunk the coach. Like when you win a big game, they always have the Gatorade bath or whatever.
Right.
There was 2 games yesterday where they did not do that. It was the Duke's Mayo Bowl up in Charlotte. They dunked the coach with a cooler full of Duke's mayonnaise.
Well.
And then in the Holiday Bowl
that's kind of hard to do.
Yeah, and then
isn't that kind of like pasty kind of.
Yeah, and then in the Holiday Bowl out in San Diego, USC won that one. They dunked the coach with a cooler full of eggnog.
Well,
and I'm like, okay.
That would pour a little easier.
But the mayonnaise, I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Well, so I wonder the Fireball Bowl, what they're going to dunk the coach in.
The Fireball Bowl.
Hey, I'll coach that game.
Yeah. Lean your head back and go.
It's gotten crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
I would turn down the invitation to the Mayonnaise Bowl, though.
Yeah.
But I just no.
Well, they'll put a name on any kind of bowl, because I was just looking at the schedule when I saw Clemson was playing tomorrow. They've got 3 games today. They have the Wasabi Fenway Bowl today, the Pop-Tarts Bowl today.
The Pop-Tarts Bowl.
And then, of course, the Alamo Bowl and the Pinstripe Bowl. So, and the Pop-Tart Bowl, the trophy actually has a couple of slots in the football on top of it where you can put Pop-Tarts in it. That's how ridiculous some of this stuff is getting.
Well, all my friends know that I wouldn't go to the Pop-Tart Bowl because I dislike Kellogg's. And there's never been a Kellogg's product in my house in 34 years, I think.
Yep.
We know you had that bad experience up there. It was a bad day in Battle Creek, see, years ago.
That's it. A bad 3.5 days.
But the company says sorry. They've been missing your boycott. They
Now they're sponsoring football games.
When I told the guy that I would never consume another Kellogg's product, he turned around and kind of motioned to the whole facility, because it's like a little town.
Mm-hmm.
He motioned and says, "Do you think we will care?"
Yeah.
And
that was a good response on his
part. To make
part.
it FCC friendly, I said, I'll get the satisfaction of knowing that I died without consuming another product.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
And
you're man.
I am getting that satisfaction.
Zane Royal, man of principle. What can I say?
That's it.
All right.
That's it for 30-something years.
Good deal. Well, sir, I hope you glad you had a Merry Christmas, and we hope if we don't hear from you tomorrow, I hope you a good New Year too.
Okay, you too. You guys have a wonderful day, wonderful Happy New Year. Take care, and Roger, show up tomorrow where you can probably get that year-end bonus. At least be seen.
I already got my bonus.
Let's say he's already got it.
Got that. That's in the bag, man.
Too late.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, start working on next year.
That's what I'll do.
Take care. Have a good day.
Bye.
Mornings in Meridian. Oh, so glad you're out there, and we're so glad Jeffrey Wilson is out there with State Farm Insurance. Just like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, but you have a really good neighbor in Jeffrey Wilson.
You can use some of that bonus maybe and save yourself on some insurance coming up in the new year, because when you combine home and auto insurance with State Farm, you can save an average, folks, get this, $889 when you do that.
I'd like to save that.
There you go. So State Farm agent Jeffrey Wilson is ready to help you combine that home and auto and save yourself some money here in Meridian and the surrounding areas. 601-483-8253. Like a good neighbor, Jeffrey's always there for you. And, of course, Jeffrey is embedded here in Lauderdale County and Meridian, involved in a lot of great community organizations, and he just loves his neighbors here around the county and the city, and he wants to help you with auto, home, personal liability, maybe something for your boat, condo, whatever it might be. It provides business insurance, life, health, and financial services. So life is better at the farm with Jeffrey Wilson. He is 5th generation here in Meridian, and give him a call today, 601-483-8253, or drop by and see him at 2401 Highway 39 North. Start the new year with a great insurance plan with Jeffrey Wilson State Farm Insurance.
All right, it's Mornings in Meridian. Let's take a phone call. Good morning. Welcome to our show.
I'm ready to watch the Tate's Fireworks Bowl. I understand the University of Meridian sod layers is taking on Collinsville Tech Sandwich Makers.
There you go. Tech Sandwich Makers.
And, the highly sought-after coach and recruiter, Jimmy Slay, who was with the company Swamp Donkeys, he actually is rumored to be watching this game to figure out which team he may go with next year, and of course that'll just make them number one AP without question.
Well, and
that's the bowl game that I'm ready to.
Well, I'm going to watch the game and see what players I can convince to jump in the transfer portal.
Well, the game it'll last from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and it's going to be something. And I tell you what, it's going to be a show. They'll be lighting it up. I can tell you that.
We love this cross county rivalry.
Yes, we do.
Well, that's just how it is, and now that the sandwich makers decided he thinks he can be a judge, I don't know what to make of this world. I don't know.
Sandwich makers. Now,
and to be honest with you, he just got done. He just got back from the school where he had to take a test. He passed the test, but we're still looking at the video to see whether or not he cheated on the judge to his left.
Okay.
Yeah, somehow they got the exact same score, so it's questionable.
Yeah, they're going to go to the instant replay on that. So
that's right. But y'all doing all right this morning?
Doing good, sir. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Well, look, I just wanted to remind all your listeners. We're open. I'm here now. As soon as we hang up the phone, we're going to open up the doors. But officially from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day from now through January the 1st, we'll be open. Tate's Fireworks. That's going to be at Meridian on the hill behind Family Dollar and also at Collinsville at the four-way stop at former McPhail Grocery Building. I just want to remind everybody to come in early. Here at Meridian, we've actually expanded our store. We have double the shopping area that we had before.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So we've got a ton of product on the shelf right now, ton of room, and just want to encourage everybody to come out early before the crowds come out. Looks like it's going to be great weather. Looks like it's going to get into the 60s New Year's Eve, and I think only about 40 that evening. There's a chance of rain, but that's well past midnight that'll come. And, it'll be a great time. We had the rain this past weekend, so we don't have to worry about catching the yard on fire, the pasture on fire, anything like that. So it's just a good time for fireworks, and I encourage everybody to come out and shop.
Very good.
Excellent. So glad that you called in there, Jeff Tate. And we want to remind folks, it's you want fireworks that have been kept in climate control and are sold in climate control, and they don't have the dampness of the air out there that can, basically make a bunch of fizzles.
That's what causes duds is moisture. There's no doubt about it.
Well, and Jeff, I was going to say one thing real quick, too. What I love is when you go down to the location, too, if you're kind of in question, you look at a firework and you're like, I'm not sure if I like that or not. You can look up at the monitor, and you guys have there.
The thing, in some of these places, tents really, you have packaging, and you have to go based on what the package looks like. You can throw any type of image you want on that thing.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's going to be good. Here, if it isn't good and you see that it's not good, it's not going to sell. So for me, I actually have to have good items. I can't just have well-priced items. I have to have good items that actually perform well.
There you go.
And so these fireworks are the fireworks that you'll see at the state games. We shot them off here at the Meridian Parade. These are good performing fireworks, and you light one fuse, you can have up to 100 shots come out of one fuse, where you just light one fuse. And these are aerial shots up high in the air, plenty of color, plenty of brightness. And look, we got we have products for every budget. So no matter what your budget is, if you have $5 to $500 and everything in between, we got you covered with fireworks.
Good deal.
Sounds good, Jeff Tate.
All right. Well, look, we're gonna go warm up the Swamp Donkeys of Chunky, led by Jimmy Slay.
There you go.
Well, they went undefeated last year, but of course they are under violation of the recruiting. Kind of with Harborough. Jimmy Slay, he's a fly one. You gotta watch him.
I love it.
But anyway, and I hope I didn't butcher that. I think it was either the Meehan or the Chunky Swamp Donkeys.
It was the Chunky Swamp Donkeys.
Chunky Swamp Donkeys.
Swashy Creek, maybe, I don't know.
Some down there east of Butchie, too.
Chickasahey,
Yeah.
Right, and so anyway, well, look, I appreciate y'all. Tate Fireworks every day between now and January 1st, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. I apbeappreciate y'all.
Thank you. All right, Jeff Tate, Tate's Fireworks, 2 locations, Meridian, up on the hill behind the Cefco, and then
Family Dollar, and then old McPhail's Grocery right there at the four-way.
In Collinsville.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
addiction that I'm caught up in.
That's a gooder.
Yeah. Little Diamond. You said you like Diamond Rio.
I do.
Marty Rose, 63 years old today. So there you go. It's Mornings in Meridian. I want to take a minute to say thank you to Martin Roofing for being one of our sponsors.
Tell you what, they've had a fantastic year at Martin Roofing, putting a lot of patchwork and roofs on homes here in Meridian, Lauderdale County. And, of course, they've been doing roofing done right for 30-plus years. Local, owned and operated, licensed here in the state of Mississippi. Doug Martin Sr., Doug Martin Jr., appreciate you guys so much. They offer all those applications, shingles, metal, commercial roofing. And, folks, they stand behind their work from the beginning all the way through cleanup. And they'll be glad to help you with your roofing needs in 2024. Give them a call today, and they'll come out and do an inspection. And might just need a little patchwork, not the complete roof. And Doug Martin Jr. will give you a good inspection there at 601-485-5920. That's 601-485-5920. Of course, members of the Better Business Bureau, and you'll see their signs all over town, just about as many as we saw this year for the coroner's race. At 601-485-5920 at Martin Roofing, the joke that will never die.
Will never die.
Never die.
Corner jokes. All right, we've got about 30 seconds for a phone call. Good morning, caller. Real quick, how are you?
Man, that ain't even going to work. But anyway, I'll try to. I'll get what I can in. I said, yeah, y'all heard the Great Gatsby. Y'all heard of the Great Escape.
Yeah.
Y'all heard of the Great Depression.
Yeah.
And what is Trump telling us about? The Great Deportation.
Oh.
The Great Deportation.
Another candidate would have the guts to say, you came here illegally. You didn't come here because you were oppressed. You came here for economic reasons, or more than that, you come here to live off the American taxpayer.
Yeah.
And we're going to speed up your court date, and you're getting out of our country, buddy. So the Great Deportation.
Hey, there you go. All right, well, join us tomorrow, Chuck, where we have some more to say.
Yeah.
And that's it for today.
That's it, folks. Have a great day, and buy local.
Bye-bye.
On the wrong feet. I'm losing my